4 years ago, Joe Lake and I met Scott Waguespack on a street corner when we were pretty hungry to find someone new and fresh and willing to work hard and become alderman. And I think you all know what happened 4 years ago. It was quite a battle. And 4 years later, Scott worked his butt off, and he didn't let us down. And I'm proud to say Scott's my friend and my alderman. And here's your next, and still alderman of the 32nd Ward, Scott Waguespack.
I wanted to make sure it's solid before you don't have it all. Well, I can't say enough about all the great volunteers we have in this room and throughout the ward, throughout the city, from far and wide that came out today to help us put a punctuation mark on the most independent, thoughtful, and progressive ward in the city of Chicago. Thank you. So I can't go, I was advised not to go through every name because I don't know if I'd make it all the way through. But I want to thank a lot of people first that you should know from the beginning were there with me, my family members, my wife Jade. Yeah, she's got to come up here. And as you all know, Jay did all of the marketing, making me look good, all the graphic design, everything that came out over the last 5 years that really put us on a good footing in the airwaves and in the newspapers and everywhere. And I have everything to thank her for. And I think she's had to put up with a lot over the last few years, more than you can ever imagine. When you're an alderman who is fighting the machine and fighting a way of life that just can't sustain itself in this city, you have to have strong people standing beside you and holding you up all the time. So my family members, who many of them are here tonight, my brother Stephen, Sylvester, who's my treasurer, Kathleen, Sid, my new niece Ainsley, everybody basically who lives in my home, Akil, and my cousins. But I think I also want to thank a few people that, you know, from the unions who supported me, the non-unions who supported us, CTU, SEIU, the people who I think are important to have moving us forward in this city because they really are the city. They're the people like you who keep us moving forward and being thoughtful about what we have to accomplish for the people of the city. So I want to thank them as well. I also want to thank the police officers who stood behind me over the last 4 years, or actually 5 years. And I know it was difficult for a lot of them because they found themselves in sometimes between a rock and a hard place. And it's sometimes being an alderman difficult to make some of the choices that they need to support not only their families but to serve and protect each one of us. So I want to thank all of our police officers in the 4 districts and throughout the city that have stood behind me for the last few years. Just making sure I don't miss everybody there. All my neighbors, all the business owners, all the people who've been with me. And I just want to say again, thanks to Craig, because I met Craig and my good friend Joe Lake in the back there. Yeah. The master of Facebook. And I was walking down the street one day after a meeting in Bucktown, Wicker Park, and Craig came up and Joe, and they said, "We just listened to what you had to say in the library, and we're with you 110%, and they've been with me ever since that evening. and I can't say enough. I think a lot of you know that Joe survived one of the most stressful and I think difficult days of his life a few weeks ago. We thought we were about ready to lose him, and he's so damn tough that he got right back up on his feet, and he helped us out all the way up to today through this election, and I can't say enough about the work he's done. So, we actually have a lot of new people that it seems to be will be in the city council, and I'm glad to be a person that I hope is going to help lead them in a new way in the city. We're going to have 11 new council members. We're going to have a possibility of some neighboring aldermen who I hope to lead as we move forward. We're going to have a new mayor who I look forward to working with. And you know that I spent the last few years working with Mayor Daley, and if you can work with Mayor Daley, you can work with anyone. So I want to be thoughtful about the things that have happened in the past, about how we look at education. Not just saving our schools, but turning them around and making them great schools in our neighborhood. We have great families, we have great students, we have great teachers, we're all part of the neighborhood. And what we saw happen in the last couple years where we saved those schools and turn around our community, it says great things about what this community can do when we stick together. When we talk about the city budget, and looking for ways to make sure that we not only save pensions, but reform the way that we're doing business in this city so that your tax dollars are spent in the wisest way possible. That's important to me, and I know it's important to each one of you who are taxpayers, teachers, police officers, business owners. Everything that we do in this city revolves around the decisions I make, and I have to make not only important decisions, but ones that serve you well. So I'm going to continue to do that for the next 4 years. I think that I can't do it again without your support. Over the last 4 years, it's been very difficult at times. Jade can attest to that. There's been very difficult times in the city council, very difficult times in our office where my staff have performed in ways that you just can't imagine, in outstanding ways that have put you first every single time and put their life on the line in many ways by standing up with me. I think that I want all of you to enjoy this evening. This evening means a lot to each one of us. It means a lot to the people of this community when basically 3 machines came together to try to stop the progressive movement in this city. And in 2007 we said no to the one big one, we said no to 3 again today. That is saying a lot about shall not overcome people who are progressive-minded, who want the best thing in this city, and who know that we can give the best in this city. You will not beat us. We will be here for a long time. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to join other people throughout the city who want the same thing that we do, and who know we can provide the same throughout the city. So I'm looking forward to working for another 4 years for each one of you. Fighting every minute of every day to do the right thing. And I want you to be there for the next 4 years to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Stand behind me, point out the things that need to change. I need your help. I can't do it alone. I never have done it alone. I've done it with 150 volunteers here tonight and 60,000 people who believe in what we're doing. We creamed them tonight. We really did. And we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it until we get things right in this city. So stand by me, stick with me for the next few years, and we're going to keep doing the right thing. I appreciate every minute, every ounce of energy that every single one of you put into this. I know you sacrificed a lot by giving up time with your families, with your friends, and a lot of the things that you would rather be doing than standing outside, freezing your butts off. But the payoff is big, because we're going to lead this city in the right direction. And I want to be there with you, and I want you to be with me. So let's keep going. Let's keep fighting the good fight, and thank you, every one of you, for every ounce of energy that you've put behind us. Thank you. He's supposed to start the speech, but Tom,
what's that?
You were supposed to start the speech. Come up here.
He just got a beer.
Hey, he was saying, don't name anybody. Don't name anybody because you'll lose track of everybody. But I got to name Tom Fenley my campaign manager. Hey, Tom didn't know what he was getting into when he decided to run this campaign, and it's been a great last few weeks getting to know Tom. Tom comes from a PERG background. That means they're fighting every minute for you as well. So why don't you say a few words? Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm going to just say a couple things. Well, first of all, I well know that most of the work was done starting in 06 and 07, and then for the last 4 years, I was talking to Mike earlier and pointing out that really my main mission coming in was to not completely screw everything up that these guys had done for the last 4 years. So, or as Mike said, they just not drop the ball, basically. So maybe I didn't drop the ball, but I'm fully aware that most of the work was done well before I got here. And then once I got here, really the reason that we didn't, I discouraged Scott from naming volunteers is because there were really, since I came on board in like September, there really were so many people, 30, 40, 50, 60 people who did a lot. Like, it was a lot of us doing consistent work over the last 3 or 4 months, and that's why, collectively we didn't screw up what this guy's done for the last 4 years. So, thanks.
All right, Tom, yeah!
Okay, that's it. Everybody go grab some food, some drink, and have a great evening. I appreciate your support. Let's have fun. Enjoy the evening, everyone.